Luke Sears, a King Cobra gang member, was killed on October 13, 2018, when he was shot in the chest on Grange Road, in Christchurch. Alistair Cochrane, 26, and Daniel French, 36, were sentenced to life imprisonment today for murdering Sears, at the Christchurch High Court. French ran a large-scale cannabis operation in Charing Cross, and Sears had bought cannabis from him. During the investigation into Sears' murder, police searched a lifestyle property on Telegraph Road and found an empty 6-meter shipping container. A trapdoor inside the container led police to French's elaborate cannabis growing operation that could produce about 3 kilograms of dried product, worth about $30,000, every 12 weeks. Cochrane worked for French at a pet supplies store that he was trying to set up with his partner. French supplied Sears with cannabis, while Sears would supply MDMA, or a similar drug, to French. A dispute arose between the pair regarding debt each of the men thought they were owed. Sears thought French owed the King Cobra's gang money, but French thought he was owed $20,000 by Sears. The dispute culminated in a physical confrontation between French and Sears on Grange Road. During the confrontation, Cochrane used a shotgun to shoot Sears in the chest and shoulder. Sears' fiancée, Fiona Lawson, was present during the confrontation and told the court she tried to stop the two men fighting. She said she then noticed another man, Cochrane, on the opposite side of the road pointing a black shotgun at Sears. Sears held up his arms and walked towards Cochrane, asking him what he was going to do with the gun. Lawson said she asked Cochrane to put the gun away, but Sears pushed her out of the way and told her to get back in the car. When Cochrane said he was going to leave, Sears tried to take the keys from the two men's vehicle. Cochrane then pulled the trigger, shooting Sears in the chest and shoulder. French and Cochrane drove away, leaving Sears collapsed on the road with his partner trying to flag down other vehicles for help. Sears died shortly after. The Crown said although French was not the one who pulled the trigger, he was guilty of murder under party liability. Both men were sentenced to life imprisonment by Justice David Gendall in the High Court in Christchurch on Friday. Justice Gendall imposed a minimum period of imprisonment of 10 years for French and 11 years for Cochrane. The two defendants were found guilty after a 3-week jury trial in March. They were due to be sentenced in April, but the sentencing was delayed due to the COVID-19 lockdown. Alistair Cochrane and Daniel French remained stone-faced as the jury delivered its guilty verdict in the High Court as well as sentencing. A victim impact statement written by Sears' mother was read in court. She wrote Sears was someone who always treated everyone with respect, and would give the shirt off his back and his last $5 to someone in need. She alleged the motive behind her son's murder was not about drug debt at all, but because Sears had paid French a sizable deposit to buy a property from him and French then cancelled the deal and refused to repay the deposit. "You left my boy dying on the side of the road. Discarded like a piece of rubbish. I hope that the scene is the first thing you think of when you wake up each day and the last thing you think of when you go to sleep at night." She said she will never be able to forgive French and Cochrane for her son's death. "The pain is just too overwhelming and the void too big. Rest in peace, Luke."